Kalimera from the island of Cyprus. Well, I'm up and about early. It's just after 8 AM here. I've had a little workout back at home, which incidentally at the end of this video I'll share with you my morning routine. But for now, just let me show you these little flowers. Now these are like a weed here in Cyprus. They're capers, which grow probably just about anywhere and everywhere. But if you look closely at the flowers, they're absolutely phenomenal. So for something that's considered a weed, it really is quite beautiful. But do beware if you try to pick these flowers. The caper plant is a thorny little beast, as I've discovered. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to say thank you for all your wonderful comments on social media. You really have encouraged me to keep going and on this little journey, and this fat fighting journey or of rediscovery. But for anyone who's either on the same journey as me or considering it, then I really do recommend just cutting back on some of those luxuries, the chocolate, the coffee, because I mean it's been about a week and a half now that I've had very little bread, moderate alcohol I suppose, zero chocolate, although I'm missing a little bit of dark chocolate. I do miss it, but I can't tell you just how energised I feel. I mean, yeah, it's I mean, I'm up early, you know, firing on all four cylinders, or as much as a chubby little man can, but I think it really is making a difference. So as I say, if I can encourage one or two of you or a few of you, just to do something similar, you don't have to go crazy, as I said before, but you will notice a difference in, you know, even a week you'll notice a difference. You know, you'll be able to walk that little bit further, you know, take that extra step up the stairs without wheezing so much. It's not going to be easy. I mean, as I say, some of this is quite punishing for myself, but you can do as little as you like, and I'll be here to encourage you as well. So, but yeah, thanks for the comments and your messages as well, which I'm gonna reply to every one of you. I promise you that. So yeah, keep up the good work if you're doing the same, and hope you enjoy the ride. Hi all. Well, I've been passing this huge bank of bamboo here every day. I mean, it really is quite magnificent and very, very sturdy, which has given me a few DIY ideas. And it's just growing wild here. As I said before, there must be a little stream or a natural spring here somewhere for it to be growing, but I mean, there's just acres of it here. I'm sure no one would mind if I pop down here sometime and pick a few bunches. Yeah, dry it out, and like I say, it would make some lovely little, maybe bamboo furniture, a little roof or whatever. But yeah, just growing wild, so I'll pop down and harvest some at some time. Yeah, great. On these steady little inclines, I'm just trying to keep going, maybe quicken my step a little bit or lengthen my stride, just to get that heart pumping. It's nothing like Heartbreak Hill, which is ahead of me, as I said, my nemesis. But yeah, if you can keep going on these little inclines, then eventually we'll beat Heartbreak Hill. But I know it's beating me at the moment. Like I say, I have to have a much needed water break halfway up. But yeah, it's good to get the heart racing a little bit, but there's a little bit of shade up ahead, so I'm going to take in some water, I think. So as you can see, the sun is fairly high in the sky at the moment. It's around 9 AM, but hotting up already. I would say it's in the mid-20s, so it looks like it's going to be a warm one here on the island. But yeah, there's a little bit of shade, so I'm taking some water. Oh, there's a little gateway here with a vineyard beyond. No sign of a cottage or anything, and this path has been worn over decades and decades. So somebody must tend this vineyard. It's a little overgrown compared to a lot of them, but the vines look in very good condition. So again, looking forward to sampling that little wine. But these little walls really are in fabulous condition. Like I say, don't reach inside these little crevices because you never know what you might find. But yeah, just absolutely stunning. I mean, it's sat there for eons, and well, at least decades anyway, but it's sat there untouched, unspoilt. It's just wonderful. Wow. As I said, I'm just going to take on some water and carry on. I know I probably bang on far too much about this, but this really is the number one priority for anyone venturing out into the countryside here on the island, because you may find yourself an hour or so away from the nearest town or village. Well, an hour or so in this searing heat is a very long time. So as I said, even though it can be slightly heavy in your pack or your bag, just don't leave home without it. Like I say, you'll have a very enjoyable day, but things could be very different without your water. Whilst puffing and panting down this country lane, I was just thinking to myself that this move to Cyprus has saved me in more ways than one. Whilst overindulging in the UK with very good friends, I might add, and thoroughly enjoying it, I was heading for obesity and all the complications that brings. I mean, I was eating to excess, drinking to excess, and just generally having a great time. But yeah, this turnaround, it's really shown me what eventual damage that sort of lifestyle can do, although great while you're doing it. So I'm just cutting through this cornfield now. So yeah, being out in the open just gives you so much time to think, clear your head, and contemplate the life ahead. Hi everyone. Oh, shade really can be scarce at times out and about in Cyprus, so I've just taken advantage of this fabulous hay bale protecting me from the sun behind. It really is a wonderful little find. There are quite a few dotted around the fields here. I think it's recently been cut. It smells very sweet. Got my water. But also I brought along a cool bag this morning with a nice pack inside. And a wonderful slice of honeydew melon, which on a day like this really does taste extra sweet and they're very cooling. But, I'm just about to descend down Heartbreak Hill, so I'm just stalling, if you like, but having a slice of melon at the same time. I haven't seen the eagle this morning, but I think he must nest here somewhere because he's a frequent visitor, so if I do catch sight of him I'll try and share it with you. It's a huge bird. As I say, this couldn't be any different from my former life. You know, of hustle and bustle, commuting. Just the craziness. I mean, I know many of us have to do it, we have no choice. But eventually you've got to say enough is enough. You know, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? As we say. I don't know. That's down to people's personal circumstance, I suppose, but I don't think we were designed to work until we die. It's unnatural. It really is. And I think if we maybe lower our expectations and, you know, just realise what we really need to live. You know, do we need these 50, 60 inch flat screen TVs? The Range Rovers? Oh, I don't think so. We need some water, some food in our belly, and most of all we need this, which is mental sustenance. Get out and about, breathe, think, and just slow down. So here we are on Heartbreak Hill at our little tree, which was the marker for the starting point of our ascent. I know I said it, I'll leave it a week and then maybe go a little further, but I am a stubborn old fool, so I'm going to take a few more steps downwards before we start back up. Now, this is quite a punishing hill, to say the least, but and my nemesis. But you could maybe start with a flight of stairs, a walk to the end of the garden, whatever. Just choose your challenge and do what it takes to defeat it. Now I'm going to stop around here, which isn't too much further down, but judging by this severity of this this angle here, this ascent, this little extra is gonna punish me, and maybe I've bitten off more than I can chew for the moment. But as I say, we're stubborn and we'll get it done. We'll sweat, we'll groan a little, but we'll get it done. So let's set off, and yeah, and there it is, straight away. The calf muscles are throbbing just for that extra few meters that I've added on. So here we go, let's get this done. Heartbreak Hill. Yes. You'll break me at first, but I'll defeat it in the end. In the end, yeah. Beginning to regret those extra few meters this morning, but we're just going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I'm looking for that shady spot to take in some water, but it's a way ahead. Just passing the pomegranate grove, longing for a glass of pomegranate juice, but as I said before, it's going to be some time before they're ready for picking. Oh, crikey. Yeah. So we'll carry on marching. Well, we took on water halfway up Heartbreak Hill in the shade of those glorious little spruce trees. Oh, and then we cracked on. I made it to the top. For all the wheezing and agony, it feels good. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous. Oh, crikey, it's really hot up here now. I'm going to head back. My calves are pounding once again. My back is aching a little. So I'm using this hay bale to stretch out the back, which is these are great. Oh, crikey. I don't know if you can hear the crickets. Apart from that, the local farmer in his tractor. There's nobody else around. Oh, we're going to beat the bold. One step at a time. One hill at a time. Oh, crikey. Yeah, it's great to be alive. Along with the hay bales and summer flowers, summer fruits, I'm hopefully going to share with you the changing seasons here in Cyprus. The beautiful spring flowers, the heavy winter rains that fill up the dams with much needed water and breathe life back into the island after a searing heat of summer. As come late September, August, certainly in these parts it'll reach the late 30s, and the landscape turns to a golden brown and most of the tender grasses and plants just get burnt away. But as I say, the rains will just bring them all back again. So I'll share all that with you along with my personal journey. Once again, thank you. that's a little glimpse of my morning routine that I begin around 6 a.m, which incidentally, due to the time difference, is long before I would have gotten out of bed in the UK. So just remember, no matter what you do, how small or how great, even if it's raising a leg in your armchair or lifting a tin of beans above your head, if you show up, you'll always be a winner. So now it's time for my bowl of fruit and Greek yogurt. As I say, this would have been a pastry or a pasty a couple of weeks ago. God bless you all.